Hello everyone and welcome back to Otto's Journey. I cannot wait any longer and I wanted to record it right away. So, hope you guys don't mind. And in the last episode we met Kerr, which is a little sundere shit. Also sorry for some of the... sorry for my lack of right spelling. I guess. Sorry if I spell words wrong or I say words wrong. Like I said in my Gone Home video, English is not my first language, so I am a little inexperienced when it comes to some English words. Anyways, let's continue to Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Welcome back. I trekked back through the forest, careful to avoid any more wild animals. When I reached the spot where I'd previously set up camp, I decided to take a quick break to eat. I unwrapped my bread and cheese, poking half-heartedly at their grainy texture and as I stared at the remains of the campfire. As I was about to take a bite, I had an odd feeling of discomfort and glanced sideways. Am I really imagining things? I sighed. Care, I know you're there. You don't have to hide. So adorable. There was only silence at first, but I had heard a slight rustle and turned my head again. Seriously, you just moved to another location. I hope you weren't going to wait until I was asleep to steal my stuff.
Shut up!
I wasn't planning to do anything like that. Of course you weren't. Keller reluctantly emerged from behind one of the biggest trees. His expressions looked conflicted, and I could tell he did not want to be with me again. Thanks. Thanks, sweetie. Welcome back. Did you miss me? No, but then I realized I wouldn't be able to find the next altar without you. Well, you're out of luck. I don't know the whereabouts of any other dragon caves, nor am I carrying more apple tarts if you're hungry. There really is no reason to stick with me. You'll need to get another guide or find someone else that can help. But I don't want to go through the trouble of finding anyone else. At least until I get my bearings, I have no clue where to go from here. A small idea formed in my head. Wait, perhaps I could accompany Kerr to Oliver. If I explain the situation to Mom, maybe she'll consider writing me the night recommendation later. Then, if you like, I'll accompany you to Barry. From there, we can travel to Oliver. It's a huge city. You could probably find directions to other altars there. Does that sound acceptable? He grumbled in agreement and sat down on the fallen log I was using, but near the edge to have plenty of space between us.
Look,
My master also asked me to interact with Heavenkind more. And I've already been with you long enough. Nice to know I'm tolerable to be around. And your master doesn't seem that bad. He has an interest in working with Heavenkind. I guess he didn't like it when one of his pupils didn't share his point of view. I grinned wryly. At least he was kind enough to curse you with some clothes. I didn't think dragons normally wear clothes. Is that a spell or are those the genuine articles? Kerr tugged on his shirts as if suddenly aware of it. I think it's a spell? It won't wear off or anything, will it? He scoffed. I assure you the spell won't wear off for my clothes. It's just that I don't want to glance back during, I don't know, the heat of battle and catch you stark naked.
Shut up!
That'll never happen. Jeez, why are you interested in seeing me shirtless? If you want, I can take these off. Oh, no.
Stay focused.
Please, no. I trust in magical sustainability of those clothes, so please keep them on. Besides, you'll stay warmer that way. Is that why Heavenkind wear them? Something like that. I pulled up some of the bread and popped it into my mouth. Kerr watched briefly with interest before hollowly averting his eyes. Let me guess, you're hungry as well? I don't know what heaven can consume, but I don't think I can eat what I normally would. As he pursed his lips, I handed him the rest of the bread. He arched his eyebrows in surprise at the offering. It's fine, I had a small breakfast and I'll be back in very soon. Without bothering to expect it like he did with the apple tart, Kerr crammed the bread into his mouth. I stifled a laugh since I had a feeling dragons had no concept of chewing. Propping an elbow on my knee, I watched him with amusement. I was also feeling a little unimpressed with how dismissive he was towards me. Oh, yeah. I'll tease him. I lowered my voice to imitate him. Oh, Aurelie, I'm so eternally grateful. You are the best that Heavenkind has to offer, and I'm so glad you helped me, fed me, and led me to where I needed to go. Where would I be with your immeasurable kindness? Thank you. Kerr coughed violently as he tried to respond and failed, and I continued. I feigned a sweet giggle and fluttered my fingers towards him.
You're welcome.
Oh, Kerr, it was nothing. You're welcome. After pounding his chest and swallowing loudly, Kerr tried to speak up.
Shut
Well,
up.
before he could start, I stuffed the last portion of cheese into his mouth. I kept my hand there, and we exchanged a meaningful look. His quizzical stare softened, and I took a step back. It's nothing. You finish eating. I'm going to take a quick walk. I stalked off before he could answer. I approached the riverside, crouched down and splashed my face with water, rubbing my forehead and cheeks. Then I inhaled deeply and ruffled my hair, careful not to snag on my braid. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. A knight was supposed to be courteous, generous, kind, just honorable, and help them in those in need. And here I was, struggling to maintain a calm demeanor. There was something about Kerr's attitude that always got me worked up. Well, that and him showing some gratitude would be nice. Or was it wrong for me to seek it in the first place? I still have a long way to go before I'm more like Mom. How does she do it? I grabbed a flat polished rock and stood up, throwing and catching it a few times while pondering what to do next. First things first, Kerr will return to Berry with me. We'll need to stock up on supplies and figure out where the next altar is. I tossed the rock up and caught it again. Does he expect me to travel with him the whole time? Or until Oliver? I wonder if I'm mentally prepared for this. Gripping the stone, I threw it into the water at an ankle. It skipped a few times before disappearing completely. I bit my lip, not pleased with my 3-hop achievement. I could probably get 7 rebounds on a good day. I should get back. I wonder if Kerr already got impatient and left. Jeez, what was that? Just as I turned to leave, I heard a loud splash and immediately whirled around unseating my sword. I angled the blade upwards and widened my stance. Bursting from the water was a large serpent-like dragon with a translucent ridge down its back. It flapped its wings like fins, head extending beyond the shore. I grit my teeth, searching for a weak point, but kept my distance. Tightening my grasp on my sword, I looked the dragon directly in the eye. It recoiled when it saw my weapon, withdrawing its head, but made no further movements. It didn't appear to be hostile. I slowly sheathed my sword, but kept a firm grip on its hilt. A mist formed around the dragon, and I stepped back, unsure of whether to retreat or wait. It seemed to vanish as the mist overtook it, and I squinted. Moments later, I spotted a rather hazy figure.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. No, sweetie! What? I don't know who you are, but don't be sorry, sweetie, okay? Okay. Oh, you're so cute! I blinked as a lithe, heaven-cut person appeared before me. He had similar ears as the water dragon, so I could safely assume they were one and the same. He also had a brilliant tear-colored hair, which I have never seen before. He fidgeted in his hands and gave me an apologetic look.
Are you okay?
I didn't mean to. frighten you. No, don't worry. His wide eyes disarmed me completely and I could only wave my hand frantically to reassure him.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh no, it's fine. I didn't mean to threaten you with my sword. It's just sort of instinctive and it's understandable. You didn't know what my intentions were and I probably looked into it, but I go, sweetie, don't cry like that. You look so precious. We both stopped and exchanged an awkward smile. At first it was a giggle, but I soon started laughing, then rubbed the back of my head sheepishly. He joined in with his own gentle chuckle, and the tension we felt from our rather intense encounter dissolved instantly. So, what are you here for? I'm looking for someone. He should be around here, and he would have unique ears like mine, and... You mean Kerr? Are you Kerr's master? His eyes widened. Me? Oh, no. I'm actually a pupil for someone else, but I know his master well. He raised his arm and glanced at the sleeves, tugging on them before inspecting the rest of his clothes. It was then I could see his long hair tumble over his shoulders, complete with a floating purple ribbon. You look fine. Aw, you even transferred with a braid already in place. That's cute. He grinned cheerfully, seemingly pleased with himself.
Thank you.
But, Heaven girl, there you are. I have a name, you know. Kerr approached us petulantly and gave the new boy a supercilious glare. The boy balked slightly and glanced shyly away.
The hell?
I heard a large splash and came to check. Who are you? I'm Ilmari. We met a few times. Kerr gazed at me so intently that Ilmar screamed uneasily. Oh boy, this is gonna be an adventure, guys. I'm so excited for this game. I don't know why. It's so adorable and cute. Okay, continue. Kerr, sweetie, don't look like it. Let him be. Let him be, sweetie. Oh no. Nope, don't know you. You're so mean. And how did you find me anyway, Ilmara? Ilmari, I overheard our masters talking and Master Beatrice mentioned you here, so I... Kerr groaned loudly. Let me guess, they sent you? Sure, sent. They sent me to supervise your assignment, but I kinda don't believe that. So please take me with you, oh sweetie. Kerr and I exchanged glances. Look, Ellie, Ilmari. God damn it, sweetie. Kerr, please remember the name. Whatever.
I don't need your help.
This isn't exactly something I want to do, nor do I want more company to slow me down. Unless you can fly. Ilmari's face fell and can instantly take me to the next elder. I'm not interested. Go back and tell our masters I can handle this myself. But, I sighed and stepped in, raising a hand to touch Kerr's shoulder. You don't need to. Kerr flinched from the physical contact and I mentally kicked myself for forgetting already. Right, no touchy. Anyway, I think Ilmari will prove useful. You did say the masters wanted this, right? They placed their trust in him for a reason. Ilmari shifted his eyes and glanced at the ground. I knew they didn't exactly tell you to do that, huh? You just wanted to go yourself, huh? Right. Yeah, totally not believing you, sweetie. Sorry.
I promise.
I promise I won't be a burden. He's such a cutie. And if I am, well, I can go back. Sweetie and cutie. Sweetie, don't be so angry. And cutie, don't worry about it. I will take care of you. Oh, he's such a sweet, precious cinnamon. Kerr grumbled and merely walked downstream, waving dismissively.
I don't care.
Do what you want. Just promise you won't lecture me or do any of that nonsense. I already get it enough. Promise. Oh, Ilmari's smile was so bright that I couldn't help but grin as well. I turned to him and offered a hand, and he tilted his head quizzically. Looks we'll be traveling companions, at least for a while. This is an offer to shake hands. It's a greeting between heavenkind. Ilmari extended his hand, and I gave him a firm shake. Pleased to meet you. I'm Aurelie. Pleased to meet you too.
Thank you.
And thank you for convincing Kerr. Thank you. Pardon?
Thanks.
You don't have You have no idea how long I've been waiting to hear those words. I have a feeling you and I will get along swimmingly. Is that a pun? Is this a pun? Swimmingly? He glanced back at the river and then chuckled. Yeah, puns. Is this Heavenkind humor? Something like that, but it usually gets more groans than laughter. Well, you gotta laugh from me, or chuckle. Come on, we should probably get going before Care decides to ditch both of us. I don't have any more food to lure him back. About food and Heavenkind needs, I researched a bit, but I'm not completely familiar. Don't worry, my dad makes food for a living, so you'll learn a lot about it. He nodded happily. With that, we quickened our pace before Care could yell at us to hurry. I wonder how they will react to entering a Heavenkind town. I probably can imagine Care. And then, probably, oh, it's already chapter 3, Berry. Well, I suppose I wanted it to be a little bit longer, but so we will continue on the chapter 3. We arrived late afternoon. Berry was a small farming community nestled by the riverbank, perfectly situated between larger cities. It had at least 3 dozen houses, many with their own farmland and sprawling orchards between the river. Of course, it also had an inn for travelers, which was becoming more popular thanks to the improved roads.
Wow.
Ilmari seemed thrilled, gasping for every little thing while his eyes excitedly darted from one house to the next. Oh, he's such a cutie! Of course, Care simply rolled his eyes and remained withdrawn as we walked over to my family's house. Damn you, Care, you tsundere shit! I don't think I will be able to choose because I like cuties, like Ilmari, and I like tsunderes like Care. If I will have to choose between their friendship, then I will be like, no, I want to be friends with both of them. I don't know, it seems like it will go like, what I have seen, it will go into routes, so I don't know. Okay. I admit I was concerned. Their ears weren't exactly natural and Ilmari's hair color was striking even from a distance. There were a few people who passed and gave us curious glances, but they relaxed when they saw that I was accompanying the boys. You knew everyone in Berry, especially if you lived here for most of your life. When we reached my house, I motioned over to Ilmari and Care. Can you two wait here for a bit? I need to talk to my parents first. I can't just invite strangers in. Is it some sort of Heavenkind formality? Yeah, formality, something like that. That's why it's important you two don't wander off.
Of course.
I don't believe you. Right. Yeah, I don't believe you too. I mean it. I opened the door and closed it behind me, stepping into the cozy room. Mom? Dad? I hope they didn't leave to search for me. That would be partially my fault. Ara? Mom! Aw, I was embraced in a tight hug. My mother worryingly checked my face before stepping back. Where were you? Your dad got all anxious and I kept telling him you would be alright. But when night came, I'm fine. The reason why my scouting took so long was because I bumped into 2 travelers. She pursed her lips and tapped her chin. They're not amnesiac. Kinda not. Nope. Any mystical looking pendants on them? They have some simple jewelry but no pendants. Dark and mysterious past? Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure not. One is a spoiled brat and the other seems like he would be the youngest of a dozen siblings. She sighed in relief. Good. I have too many troublesome experiences with people like that. Let them into a village and next instant it's on fire. That's my girl.
Right.
Always thinking of everything. Where's Dad? I'm starving. She laughed at my carefree comment. He should be back soon. She leaned to one side looking past me. You can let your friends in if you like. I turned to see Ilmari gingerly tapping the glass, then putting his hands all over it in bafflement. You look like performing mime.
Wow.
What is this brilliant substance? You can see it beyond it, but it's a barrier. Not from around here? You could say that. Once we sat down at the table, Care was content leaning against the wall being sullen, I quickly explained the situation. I left out the punishment since I had feeling Kara would get embarrassed. Here in the first place, they'll be observing our customs and looking at some of the altars we built. That sounds wonderful. I know there's been more interaction between both races lately, but I'm out of the loop now. Mom used to be a captain of the guard for the city of Oliver, but had long since retired. She kept busy performing various protection services for travelers and merchants, patrolling Berry, and even teaching sword fighting. We were hoping to leave first thing in the morning. And walk the whole way? I glanced at Kerr and Ilmari. I could always swim, but it's been harder to navigate in this river recently. A lot of heaven kind of activity. None of us is fly. Yeah. I guess we could always hire a coachman. Actually, there's a small group of merchants heading for Oliver, and they won't leave until tomorrow afternoon. I had initially offered my services, but if you think you can handle it... You mean it? I can arrange it right now. Up for the challenge? It'll be your first real job outside of Berry without me. Of course, I'll protect them to the best of my ability. I believe in her. I will trust her to do that. She laughed at my enthusiasm and excused herself, letting the males know that they were welcome to stay overnight. I grinned and pumped a fist into the air.
I'm going to be a real knight!
I feel like this is my first step into a real knighthood. A knighthood? Well, probably more like mercenary. You get hired to protect people and make sure they arrive at their destination safely. That's a good thing. That way we can get to Oliver and earn a little money. However, if I could ask my mom something later, then I'd really be a knight. I could have left for Oliver at any time, but I needed something important first. I was probably grinning like an idiot, but I didn't care. When I heard the door open, I knew it was my dad and immediately jumped up. Mom was likely on her late patrols again, probably won't come back for a while. You two are probably hungry. Is there anything you'd like to eat?
Thank you.
Well, I'm open to anything. I've never tried heaven cut food before. We'll try our best to make you something that you'll like. Ilmari. Kerr? Sweetie, just say it. He was pondering at first and then reluctantly looked up. Yes?
Look,
Those the ones that had the apple slices on it. Oh, she's so adorable!
Right.
Oh, apple tarts, of course. Pastries are pretty much my dad's specialty. He'll make some for you. The smallest of smiles appeared on Kerr's face, but it quickly vanished. At least there was something heaven kind related that she enjoyed. Oh my gosh, she's blushing, it's so adorable! Oh god, I'm running too much for it probably. Oh, it's so adorable. Our meal was pleasant, and I was surprised that my dad even got Kerr to say more than a few lines. My dad always had a way of winning people over through this cooking. Ilmari found our eating traditions extremely complicated, what will all of the dishes and utensils used, but kept getting drawn to the windows again. If I ever let him loose in a stained glass church, I started behind my cup thinking about it. When Mom returned, I pulled her away from the group for a private chat. Is it all arranged? So I'll be able to guard the carriage tomorrow? Yes. Then, since I'm going to Oliver anyway, can you write a letter recommending me for knighthood? In Oliver, there was a special guide for the knights. People trained by revered knights could be endorsed to serve under the Sun and Moon Council. If I was going to Oliver now, this would be the perfect opportunity to join them. With Mom's name, they would not refuse me. If anything, they'd usher me in with open arms. My mom sighed and rubbed her forehead, already tired of the persistent conversation. Honestly, Yara, I still don't think you're ready and mature enough to... I'm ready! I don't think you're ready, sweetie. Not only that, I could help help the dragon kind better. Please? She chuckled weakly, but I could tell she was still firm in her decision. Look, I'll think about it. For now, you can assist Kerr and Ilmari just fine without the rank. I gave her a petulant look, but gave in. Alright, I'm glad that you're at least considering. Thanks, Mom. I returned to the others, who were finishing up with their meal. As I gathered the dishes, Dad glanced towards the stairs. Will you be spending the night here? Yes. Yes. You already done so much for us. We also prefer more spacious places, so we'll be fine outside. You sure? Do you see us living in these things? Not really. We'll still have some kind of time before it gets dark. I can show you around the town if you like. Ilmari brightened immediately by Ker's side. Sweetie, don't be such a tsundere, please. And cutie, be cute still.
I'll go.
I'll go, you know, I know you.
I don't care.
No, you do care. Weren't you eager to learn more about Heavenkite?
Annoying.
You can just summarize it for me. I'm more about finding the altars. Which are the locations you visit after you learn?
Let's do this.
Let sleeping dragons lie, Ilmari. We can have fun without crab apples sulking around. I grabbed Ilmari's hand and led him outside, deciding to show off the art cards in town specialized in. As we walked down the road, we passed a farmhouse where 4 children were running around playing tag. When one spotted us, he waved, and the others 3 eagerly scampered around towards us. Ara, Ara, come play! Another time chase. The youngest sibling crept forward and gazed up at Ilmari curiously. Your ears are funny. Is that a bad thing? Not at all. They're really cute, don't you think, Heather? She giggled. They look like butterflies. The children prodded at Ilmari and ran around until their mother called them back. Although I did not expect that, Ilmari seemed to have enjoyed himself. How sweet. They are all siblings, so they play together a lot. He blinked blankly before gasping.
Wow.
Siblings? They're all related? Yeah, it's not uncommon to have large families here, although I'm an only child myself. What about you? I guess you were like the youngest of a dozen. He gave a sheepish chuckle. No, I'm an only child too. It's extremely rare for dragonkind to have siblings. I don't think I met one that had more than 2. He tilted his head, then glanced at me hesitantly as if pondering something.
I have a question.
Then for mating season, is it? Alarm bells went off in my head and I made a giant cross with my arms to dissuade them. Oh no, banned. I'm banning this subject. As if I could accurately answer those types of questions anyway. If you don't ask, I won't ask how it works between the dragons.
I'm sorry.
Right. I agree. You appeared so awkward that I couldn't help but laugh, and soon we were chuckling over our quick diversion.
Right.
Alright, let's keep going. I can show you around one of the farms. Okay. One of the barns was open. It actually belonged to an old friend of my family. I casually strolled in, pointing to the various equipment. Ilmari gestured to a device in the corner.
I have a question.
What does that do? Oh, it's a churn. You use it to, churn milk or cream into butter.
What?
Cream? Butter? Here, I'll demonstrate. Pretending, of course. I approached the cynical wooden tub and touched the stave. Basically, you plunge this up and down and it'll shake the liquid, eventually to turn it into a solid. Milk, cream, and butter are all types of food. As I explained, the house owner entered, carrying 2 buckets filled with Bremors with something. Hi, Bryony. I saw you showing your friend around and I thought you'd like to demonstrate the real thing. With a wry smile, she set the buckets down and stared at them expressionlessly. I wasn't planning on staying.
Wow.
I wanna see it, that's so cute. Between Ilmari's persistence and my inability to decline a request from my mom's friend, I gave in. Right, I'll show you, Ilmari. Then afterwards, you can show him how to milk cows.
Let's do this.
Fine, I'll do it all. I wasn't sure how, but I got roped into chores while showing Ilmari around. His questions were endless, and he seemed to enjoy every minute of it. Whenever I offered him to take over, he'd shake his head and say that he'd probably mess up. I had a feeling he was just saying that. At least he loved the apple orchard, and when I was finally able to got him there. It was late evening when we returned, and I was rolling my aching shoulder. Even my Calusas have Calusas. I haven't done farm stuff in years. I'm surprised they remember it all. I had been more focused on my sword training and patrolling duties as of late. But did you have fun, Elmari? He grinned brightly, like a child who had left the sweet shop with a pocket full of cookies.
That is so amazing!
I did. I thought it was really interesting. I didn't know if I'd call it interesting, but I guess I've been here so long it's all routine to me. If I was a knight, I could do more things. Nothing. Merely thinking out loud. You sure have a lot of questions regarding Heavenkite.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. I naturally love learning about new things. In return, if you have any questions about Dragonkite, I'd be happy to answer. He stopped and shyly fidgeted with his hands, and I could tell he was anticipating an inquiry. I mean, that's kind of like, I already know this because, because because they were the first persons, like, they were first who made the towns, I guess. Like, they were first to live here, and then they were the Heavenkite, so probably Heavenkite, like, knew about Dragonkind, and so they, like, started to talk the same, so I would confess to too much judges here. Well, I do have one. It's been bugging me ever since I first encountered Kerr, actually.
Of course.
Ask away. Can I touch your ears? He arched an eyebrow and tilted his head. That's a real question. It totally is, and it's Dragonkind related. Can I? I know Kerr will refuse. If you want to. Or... I took a step forward and extended my hands, letting him see my movement since this was rather close position. I reached up and gripped the end of his ears lightly. The thin skin felt delicate between my fingers, while the other parts are like cartilage. They twitched slightly depending on where I grazed. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, they're adorable. They are like fluttering butterfly. It was then Humari reached over and touched my ears, his thumb messaging the inner region. What are you doing? My ears aren't that unique. They are to me. And notice Heavenkite have two different types of ears. Ah yes, I'm a sun child. Mine are smooth on the outside. Moon children have pointy ears. Sun children possess the element of light, while moon children get their powers from darkness. His fingers pushed my hair back to observe the rims.
Wow.
Fascinating. And sun children and moon children get along? Everyone seems to mingle together. Yes, the only difference is that is what we worship. What about Dragonkind? Is it the same for you? Not exactly. Dragon and Urias are respectfully aware of each other but avoid association, although there are some exceptions. Ignites live in the volcanic regions and isolate themselves, while Kiraphe rarely leave the Skylands. We are pretty much keep to our own kind for the most part. I see. There was a moment of silence before I spoke up. We should probably let go before people wonder why we're standing like this. Oh, she's blushing.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, no. Cuties, they're cute. Oh my gosh. We hastily let go, our amused smile reassuring each other that we were at ease. I should go to bed now. We have a busy day ahead of us.
Thank you.
Night, Aurelie. Thanks so much for everything. It's fine, I had fun too, even if I got dragged halfway across Berry to do odd chores. Once I opened the door to my house, I spotted my mom sitting at the table, holding a quill over some blank parchment. I covered my mouth to muffle a squeal. You're doing it? You're writing the letter? I bounced on my heel and launched into a tackle as I hugged Mom for my mom from behind. I peered over her shoulder.
I'm going to be a real knight!
You're going actually to do it! You're actually going to do it! I'm gonna be a knight! I held and let go, suddenly confused. Wait, what made you change your mind? My mom laughed and leaned back, flashing me a meaningful smile. Well, I did some thinking and I thought maybe you were right. You are ready. That's what I've been telling you. I don't think she's ready, guys. My smile was so wide it hurt.
Thanks!
Thanks, Mom. Love you and good night. I look forward to reading it in the morning. I dashed upstairs, determined to fall asleep. However, I couldn't help but toss and turn to replay the day's events. Not only Ilmari's questions, but that I was going to become a knight once I arrived in Oliver. The task to protect the carriage could be viewed as my first duty as a knight. My real mission. I certainly couldn't sleep now. Oh, she's so adorable, but I still think she isn't quite ready for this. I hug my pillow and roll around, unable to stop my giddiness.
I'm going to be a real knight!
Aww. Do professional knights normally act like this? I don't care, I'm so happy! Like, do you see this little adorable face? To achieve the title of knight, one usually had to be trained at a famous school or academy and graduate from there. Since I did not live in a big city that had such establishments, I trained solely under my mom instead, and her status and achievements were well known, which is why I needed that letter badly. She recommended me. Other captains or noblemen would probably hire me, and I would serve the Sun and Moon Council, and I'd be able to see more of the cherry outside of Berry as a real knight. Unable to remain still, I hopped off the bed and paced restlessly. I approached the window, not sure what I was expecting. How are those two doing anyway? It's not like Kerr can transform back and sleep how he always does. I wonder if I can find them and check on them quickly. Snatching the blanket off the bed, I wrapped it around my shoulders like an oversized shawl. Then I strapped on my belt and scabbard and walked out the door. Outside, it was comfortably cool, and I found the sound of crickets and frogs soothing as I walked beside the river. I guess I was subconsciously anticipating to find Ilmari sleeping on the back or underwater. On a whim, I entered the apple orchard. I spotted Ilmari sitting against one of the tree trunks. His ears instantly perked up, although I had the feeling he'd heard me approaching earlier. Can't sleep? Something like that. I sat down next to him. He poked the grass in front of him dejectedly. Kerr wouldn't bond with me. Don't worry, sweetie. That's what happens. Huh? Bond? Dragons bond by nestling together. I thought since we were going to be travel companions despite their differences. He hated the idea though. Kerr doesn't seem to like being touched in general. I can imagine. He stared at me hopefully.
Well.
Oh, sorry, sweetie. Actually, wait. What is this? Let's save. And this is the FP. Okay, never mind. He stopped and tucked his knees up, his arms resting around his legs. What about you? Is it different between Heavenkind? I scrambled to formulate an answer. Well, cuddling is something between family and loved ones. Hugs are more acceptable between friends. What did I know? My mind was full of knighthood dreams and sword sales. In no way was I the most authoritative representative regarding Heavenkind relationships. Hug? You put your arms around someone and hold them close. I mimed the action using my blanket. He nodded in understanding. Then I guess you wouldn't mind, except for a bit. Declining Ilmari would be like rejecting a basket full of kittens that all looked up you pleading. Yep, she knows the pain. She knows the pain of seeing cute little adorable guys or girls, cute little things. For a few minutes. I can't stay out here all night. I do need to return to my bed. I shuffled over to him until we were shoulder to shoulder and adjusted the blanket so it draped over both of us. It's not that cold out? Not really. It feels fine. So, forgot to ask this earlier, but why are you interested in learning about Heavenkind? Because your culture is fascinating. Huh?
That is so amazing!
You seem blushing. Oh, that's adorable. Everything in the Heavenkind do is amazing. You can create things I've never seen before. And look, you can do this. He wriggled his thumbs and fingers. You're so dexterous. I laughed and mimicked him momentarily. It's true our kinds are interacting more? I assume you heard of it.
Of course.
Yes, I'd like to be a sort of meditator. I think you call it a diplomat? I already tried to help humankind before, but it didn't work out. It's harder than it looks. How so? Well, the swan incident. They were willingly entering the monster's mouth, and there was nothing I could do about it.
What? No.
Wait, a monster? Yes, the strange one that smells of wood and floats on the water. I've never seen it before, and the humankind simply enter it. I nudged it a few times, but people seemed upset. Well, Mari, those are boats. We use them to travel up and down the river.
What?
So it wasn't a monster? He slumped onto the back mortified. No, sweetie, don't. I patted him on the shoulder, trying to reassure him. It's okay, misunderstandings happen. You had good intentions. And now you'll be able to study humankind at a more personal level. I'll do my best to clarify anything you're uncertain of. In return, tell me more about dragonkind. That seems fair. I'll try not to ask any more boring questions though. I mean, what interested me didn't seem so fun to you. I'm never churning butter again. Feeling that our conversation had reached a satisfying note, I clutched the blanket and stood up. You'll be fine by yourself?
Of course.
Yes, I'll see you in the morning. Playfully, I draped the blanket back over him. Even a dragon might need an extra layer of warmth in the humankind body. Take care then. As I sauntered back to my house, easily guided by the bright moon, I spotted Kerr restlessly pacing by the door. Puzzled, I approached him. Need something? Ilmari is past river if you're looking for him.
I don't care.
Nothing to do with him, but thanks for the heads up since I can avoid him easier. Sweetie! Sweetie, you little sister should don't do this to me. I would have given him a light punch to the shoulder, but I remember he hated contact. Mean, play nice. He'll be charming with you after all. I hope you don't mind being stuck with me until we reach Oliver. I think we'll have fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Annoying.
I've noticed. I heard you squealing even from afar. My ears couldn't shut it out if I tried. I'm sorry. It's something I've always wanted to do, and now it's a perfect opportunity. All the experience from the freelance jobs will finally pay off, and I'll be on the road to knighthood. Let's make tomorrow's task a successful one. Regarding the wagon, so the merchant's cargo will arrive safely in Oliver. Think you can handle it? He wrinkled his nose. An escort mission. Not the most glamorous duty, but it's honorable. Anyway, I'm going to bed. I promise I'll stop squealing. I was about to open the door when Kerr stepped forward.
Look,
Oh, he scratched the back of his head sheepishly. Surprised by his rather modest display, I looked at him intently. Yes? About earlier, when you grabbed that food into my mouth.
Sorry about that.
I was joking, so don't worry about it. I'm sorry if it seemed mean-spirited. It wasn't my intention. Now, you were right. Huh? Kerr seemed both shocked and offended by my reaction.
Thanks.
What I meant to say is, you did help me. A little. A little? I gave you a walking stick, fed you, fought a giant bird, took you to the altar, got ditched, only for you to come crawling back, and I accepted you a second time. Now I'm starting to wonder why I did. I feigned contemplating, and he glanced away anxiously as if dreading that I would refuse to help him now. I stuck out my tongue to appease him. Don't worry about it. Maybe I was right about me having immeasurable kindness. I am grateful, but you exaggerated a bit. You're definitely not the best humankind has to offer. I gave him a swift kick to the back of the leg. Ow!
Right.
You're right, I'm not. But I'll definitely be the best knight. Even if I lost some kindness points with that action, I'll re-earn them tomorrow. Night, Kerr. Oh, she's such a sweetie. Night. Oh, he's such a sweetie. Oh my god. I closed the door behind me, resisting to urge the squeal about tomorrow. Oh, it's so cute. Chapter 4 to Oliver. Guys, this is gonna be it. Okay, no, this one. Ah! I'm so happy, guys. This is such a fun game. Like, it's funny sometimes and it's cute a lot of the times. And oh god. Oh, sorry. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. I don't think so, but because I'm probably just enjoying it too much. So, guys, what do you think? What kind of route I'm going for? I think I'm. At what point I really seemed I was going for Ilmari's route, but then came, you know, Kerr, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's such a sweetheart. I want to hug him all the time, and but yeah, it's been fun. It's been really fun. Well, guys, thank you for watching as always, and I will see you guys later. Bye.